I'm going to move my people up here. Let me stop the music here. Oh, my thing's not right here. All right. So I am going to start with my favorite scan, and that is the the inner voice scan. And if you will start with that, it's the most powerful scan that you can do on your clients. And I'll teach you a little bit on how to promote that. So that's what this PowerPoint is going to be about, is promoting the AO with the inner voice scan. So since we live our lives largely unaware of the vast amount of information we communicate daily with our voice, the actual words we speak are either empowered or nullified by the programming of our subconscious minds. Ignoring the impact of negative emotions and stress communicated by the voice can put our health into jeopardy. The American Medical Association, AMA, states that 80% of all health problems are stress-related, and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has stated that 85% of all diseases appear to have an emotional element. We have a powerful tool in our hands. We can offer real solutions. Inner voice technology uses sound harmonizing techniques which generate balancing audio frequencies derived from the voice spectrum, excesses and weaknesses in the human voice. We can generate custom-made music tones for our clients so that they can balance out their emotions. Inner voice helps harmonize our everyday life by improving concentration, creativity, mindfulness, emotional intelligence, stress management, and interpersonal relationships. Many of my clients have reported improved sleep, better moods, hormone balancing, better coping, decreased depression, and more. We can raise the vibration of everyone around us using just the inner voice. The inner voice module, you have two choices to scan. The one with the microphone and the other with the microphone plus the heartbeat. They're two different options here. With the microphone alone version, the client will only receive a limited amount of information and their custom tones. With the microphone plus the heartbeat, the client will receive valuable information on their vital health as well as custom tones. Here's what they look like. So here's the microphone only. This is what the report looks like. You'll notice that they get their emotions here. They also get their corresponding note as well as their supportive note. And I'm going to touch on this in a little bit. It's not in the PowerPoint, but I'm going to share some things with you on the inner voice and custom playlist that you can add with these notes. A lot of people are not aware of this little trick or tidbit that I do with my clients. This is the microphone plus the heartbeat. You see here that there's more information down here. It actually uncovers their emotions, their potential causes. It also points out some of the things that on their vitals report may show up as chronic or acute. And then it also gives them imbalances and suggestions. So this is very valuable. If your clients, if you will educate them to read their reports and really start to follow the different things that keep consistently showing up, then they can get a big handle on their health just with the inner voice. I've got several clients that I work with that I don't do the big scans on them until later. Because they start to notice, hey, Tammy, I'm seeing that this stuff is consistently showing up on my scans. I'm like, well, then maybe we need to do a little bit further and start doing the vitals on you and see what we can discover with what's going on in your body. So because of this, you have these two options. It presents an opportunity for you. In promoting the inner voice scans, you have the choice to offer only limited info or more information depending on the needs of your client. Ask your client what their goals are. If they just desire to balance emotions without focusing on their health concerns, then offer the inner voice scan with the microphone only. If they desire to go deeper and discover more about their health issues, then the second inner voice scan is a great option, the one with the microphone and the heartbeat. It will give them insight on what things that could be causing their issues and offers them suggestions on how to improve. This will also open the door for more of deeper scans such as the vitals, the comprehensive, and the body systems. So figuring out your fee schedule is your next challenge. Inner voice works best if it's done daily. Educating your client on the responsibility of sending you their voice every day is required. Let them know you need it before a set time daily. With the inner voice scans, the way to make a change with your clients is consistency. So getting them to commit to a full month to 3 months of scans is the best goal. Offer them a discount for committing to 3 months or more. 3 months at $49, for example, per month pays for your subscription. I have been known to, if they will, if I've got some that will do like entire families, their kids along with them, make them a package. Now, all of my work is done pretty much on a gift donation basis. So I give them kind of what the value is and then let them pay as they can. So that, and I'm in a little bit different situation, but if you have a fee schedule, you can create different fees, different packages for this type of setup. Any questions on that before I move forward?
No, but thanks for giving that information because that's really important.
Yeah.
On the fee schedules.
Yeah. Okay, so once you have set your fee schedule, then make some graphics to place on your page to offer this to others. I have several available in Canva. Ask me for access, and we can let you get in there and play around with them and change them up if you'd like. You have the ability to add more for the client that wants to really dig deep in their health. You can then offer to customize a CEPI playlist to help support them on their journey. Asking them for permission to review their scans is a way for you to gain insight on how you can support them. When I run a scan on my clients, I typically don't look at their reports unless they want me to. I kind of feel like that's a personal thing. So I always ask for permission. Hey, if you'd like me to look at your reports, I can offer some more support to you at a later time. And I get that permission. So here is a custom playlist, maybe for a good night's sleep. Seems like everybody has sleep issues. Of course, we can get to the root of that by asking about their sleep hygiene, things like that. But at least you can get you a nice little playlist made up for them. And let's say you want to add that to their package. You can add an additional fee for that. So, really open the door to that, to your clients. So adding a custom CEPI playlist is another option for you and your client. And adding that on as a fee is a way for you to increase your ability to earn more per month. You can charge a flat fee or you can charge for the amount, and I'll correct these typos, for the amount of time spent broadcasting that list for them. It's up to you. So, want to take that to the next level for you and your client? Offer to send them a bottle of homeopathic pellets or CEPI dots with their custom playlist imprinted in one or both of these. Doing this for your client will help their body to recognize and utilize more readily the frequencies that you're broadcasting on a daily basis for them. This could also be an additional fee. Are you starting to get the idea that you have so many different ways to promote the AO scanner and all the complementary ways to raise the vibration of others? Your time is worth something. So you can be performing scans, custom playlist, imprinting pellets, imprinting CEPI dots. All of these are options that you can do. And you can do a combination of these things. And then setting a fee schedule for those things, it's kind of up to you and your area, what the market goes for. Starting off small. You can also muscle test. I've been known to ask and muscle test, what is this worth? What is this worth to my clients? What is this worth to my time? Muscle test and ask what fee you should be charging. It's a good way to start. So I'm going to end the presentation with thank you for taking time out of your schedule today to be here with me. You are investing in your business, and because of that, you will find an abundance. Now, I'm going to jump over to the AO scan and show you some little tricks that I do. And then I'm going to open this up to just kind of some questions. So if you have any questions whatsoever about how I do things or any, need suggestions, I'm going to open this up right now. So just feel free to jump in there, unmute yourself, and we can discuss some things. So I'm going to show you my latest inner voice, and show you something that you can do with your custom playlist. A lot of people go, well, Tammy, I don't know how to, create a playlist for my clients. Well, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks. So say you have the permission to look at their reports, and you drop down here and you notice that they need a supportive note F sharp. They also need the supportive note D. They also need supportive note C. And we know where all the trauma is basically contained in this very last one. So maybe you can't do all of those, but maybe you want to do this very last one. So supportive note G. You can also look in these vitals and imbalances and suggestions and see if there's anything you can add to their playlist. Like this one saying breathe cleaner air. So maybe you add breathe free to their playlist. And then you can add the supportive note. And a lot of people go, well, how can you add that? Let me go over here and I'll show you the CEPI playlist. So when you're in here, and you will not see it right here in this list, but if you go to custom playlist, mine take a little bit to load because I've got so many playlists, but I'm going to show you something here because the question was asked in the big AO group, what are these things for? And I don't think anybody really recognizes them until they open this up and then they go, oh, what are those for? So I'm going to share something with you. Go ahead and ask any questions while it's loading. So when you go to the custom playlist, notice down here you have quick scan and inner voice. Your inner voice actually has those zones or those notes. So here's the G sharp, the G. So you can actually add that to their playlist. And something that I've been known to do is I'll make a custom playlist for somebody. And then on a daily basis, I go in and, for example, when I go over here to the CEPI playlist, I will scan what their body wants every day. And then I edit their playlist. I have a playlist that'll say month 1. It'll have their first and last name, and I'll have month 1, month 2, month 3, however you want to organize it in your deal. But one of the things that you can do is you can scan them that day. It just takes a few minutes. So you can scan them that day for their different CEPIs that they need for that day. So in the quantum, where was I at? In the quantum reach, I needed energetic clearing. You can go here to the affirmations, scan them, you get the idea. So it gives you what they actually need. And then based on what they need, you can add those to their playlist for that day and then broadcast it. One of the things that I do for my clients that want to have the support, I'll say I can broadcast that for 10 minutes a day after each of your inner voice scans. I can do it for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever their needs are. And then you can have a fee schedule for all of those. And then let's say you're going to add a bottle of homeopathic pellets for a general playlist that's very supportive for them, or CEPI dots. You can send that off in the mail. And I've got several clients that do that. And I am finding incredible changes with my clients by sending them a bottle of the homeopathic pellets as well as Cephi dots. Now the Cephi dots, they can't re-imprint them, but you can send them several dots that they can change out every so often. They can muscle test and ask if that Cephi dot is still holding a frequency. I wore one on my body, just to let you know, for 4 weeks solid, and I just kept erasing it and imprinting it, and it finally fell off about 4 months or 4 weeks after. And I bathed with it, I soaked in tubs with it. It stuck. So I just wanted to kind of get an idea how long it would last on there and how long I could keep erasing and imprinting it. And I did about every, depending on what things I was going through, I would either do it on a daily basis or I would wait, a couple days and erase it and re-imprint it. So that's an option. You can send them several dots, charge them. You can make a little note, well, this dot is charged with this dot is charged with that. So I've got one client that she's having some hormonal issues as well as sleep issues. So I made a couple of dots for her for the sleep. I also made a couple of dots for the hormonal. I have another client that is wanting to get off of sleeping pills. So we imprinted things to help get her off of those sleeping pills. And I also made her a homeopathic bottle of remedies that she could take when she felt like she needed to actually take the sleeping pills. So there's all kinds of things.
Now, can they wear more than one dot at a time?
Sure they can.
And are the dots imprinted? Are the bottles, the remedies imprinted by putting it on the device?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah, so if you have the homeopathic remedies like we have in the little boxes, this is what they look like. And then you want to make sure before you imprint them, you want to completely erase what's in here, whatever negative energies that have attached or anything like that. You want to go ahead and erase that first before you imprint anything into that bottle. And then once you imprint it, you can label the box, put it in the box, mail it, and it'll be protected. What I typically do though also is I will wrap my box in a heavy duty foil as well as my Cephi dots before I send them in the mail. And then I have these little bags. Now Solex has just come out with sharing bags that we can send to our clients that are foil lined. You can send those to, and it comes with a nice little card to kind of help explain what Cephi dots are, what they do. And that makes for a nice little promotional package that you send to your client. I've been known to stick in a little crystal or stone made bracelet because I like to make those on the side, and I'll stick that in as a gift. I also have my homeopathic guide sheet, and I'll be happy to share that with anybody if you'd like to see that. But it's a guide sheet that I stick in my little mailing package that kind of helps them to know how to handle the homeopathics, how to take them, and how they need to protect them. So I also send that in their package. Just kind of custom tailoring them to your clients and making them special. It really does something for them. It lets them know that you really do care about them. I mean, it's not all about making money. I mean, you do have to support yourself, but I do want to share with you guys how you can charge for things, and then that helps to offset your own subscription. I have so many people that tell me, oh, the subscription's just too expensive, and you should be offsetting that. You have an incredible tool in your hands, and I'm just sharing the inner voice with you today. Once you get into the vitals and the comprehensive and the body systems, it just opens the door for so much more. And then if you learn how to read the reports and interpret them, start off small. Start off with, maybe focusing on one area and then start expanding your knowledge. And then you can be of more help to your clients, your friends, your family, all of that. So any questions?
I just wanted to share with Shannon real quick. I don't know if you've seen it, but with the Cephi dots, Shannon, it'll actually bring up 5 pictures of meridian points where you can choose to stick the dots right on an energetic pathway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, let me go in there and I'll show you. So you can actually scan the client for them, see what is best for them. And since arthritis showed up on me earlier, I bet that's kind of what's going to show up. No, cellular restore. Now, these are the different points. Can you see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the different points that you can actually put them on. I find putting it on my hand, they just end up coming off. So where I have found is down here, right here, down above my ankle on the inner part of my leg. That is where I had one stuck for 4 weeks solid. So I was like, okay, that's a good spot for me. So anyway, and there's 13 different areas here that it will scan for. And then you can also imprint more than just what's here. You can imprint, maybe there's an additional homeopathic that you want to imprint on top of that to help your client. You can do that too. I gotta let my little dog in.
Now, how long will they hold an imprint, the Cepheid dots?
Lauren says 72 hours. I've had them hold up to a week on me because I muscle test and ask. So I think if you can get in a good habit of asking, you know, if it's still holding the charge, then you'll know.
Tammy, sometimes I swim twice a week, so I'm afraid the Cepheid dots will come off in the pool. So I've actually scanned a bracelet here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that will work, won't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love the Cepheid dots, but when I'm swimming, I'm thinking I don't want to lose any in their pool.
Well, you know, that one I stuck down on my leg, I had it there for 4 weeks. I was bathing, I was showering, all of that. And I do a lot of tub soaking. I love my bathtub. So
Okay.
it stuck.
Okay.
I was really shocked, but I'm more dry on the lower part of my body than I am on the upper body. So I think it would just really depend on you.
Okay. But the bracelet does work.
Oh yeah, the bracelet works. And then what I know Solex is coming out with extra the little discs that you can put over. But I found these at CVS. They're waterproof transparent dressings, and they come in a big sheet like this, but I just cut them down in 4s and they work. So if maybe your dressing, you know, or that little sticky thing comes off, you can put another one on with, you know, one of those, and it does work. It's same type of material.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Now, can you imprint anything? Like, does it have to be this company's?
Nope.
No.
You can
Nope.
imprint, like I make these stone bracelets, anything that's like a precious stone or precious metal. Plastic really doesn't hold a frequency very long, but anything that's like a precious metal or stone or jewelry, you can imprint any of that. You can even imprint your water. You can imprint your smoothies every morning.
Okay.
Yeah. And typically on the jewelry, it will last up to 5-7 days. It just, you know, depends on if anything in interference comes across it.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I'm so excited now.
You know, this tool, I mean, there'd be no reason to buy another homeopathic pellet again, or, you know, I mean, because you can just make all kinds of things with this still.
Right.
Any other questions? All right. What other things do you guys need help with that I can work on next week? What would be something that would be, you know, are you doing okay on your social media and stuff?
I know you taught us how to do social media. For me, I need to find clients. I'm not a practitioner. I'm just somebody that loves this and wants to share it and wants to help other people. And I did a health fair and I just love that, but there's just not that many health fairs.
Yeah.
Right now, there's a lot of craft shows.
Yeah.
And somebody said that those weren't real productive. So I've kind of stayed away from that. So I need clients.
The
Would a
best,
craft fair not be productive? I still think it would put your name out there though, wouldn't it?
it would, but it's kind of like I did like a Czech festival that was kind of like a craft fair, so to speak, more crafty than anything, or people selling goods. And
Mhm.
honestly, I got a couple out of that. Because if you make it where they can come in and kind of sit and chat with you, that makes a difference. But having just a table where you're just presenting stuff, people tend to walk by. But if you can get them in your booth, have them sit down, run some scans on them, chit chat with them, that makes all the difference. But these type of fairs, they're kind of pricey. And then if you only pick up one or two, but may not be as productive. But if they tell their friends and that, their friends tell their friends, it could turn out to be something good. I don't want to discount that, but I think your time and energy could be spent a lot better at health fairs, things of that nature, even pet fairs. That is another thing that you could open up and go to, different pet fairs. Like my little town had a pets and people fair where they had everything about pets set up. And I thought this would be perfect. I could go and take my collars and take the Pets Plus and take the scanner and scan animals, because a lot of people, they'll spend more on their animals than they will on themselves.
Yeah.
So
Bird people are crazy like that.
yeah, I think all pet
Also,
people are.
Yeah.
horse people. So one idea for you might be, if you're interested in doing horses or animals,
Mhm.
maybe would be to reach out to some of the farms in your area, the horse
Yes.
farms, because also have horses. They they spend money to make their horses well,
And horses are very inexpensive. I mean, they have them, a lot of them are insured and everything else. So they are willing to pay the money on the horses.
Yeah.
And the Cephii dots can be put on their hooves, as we've seen with, that testimonial that came in through the AO call that night. So I say reach out in those areas. It's just phenomenal what you can do with the scanner. But I was going to let you know, Carolyn, the more you share, make it a habit of sharing something on a daily basis about what the scanner is doing for you. People are going to start watching and paying attention to that, even though they may not comment on it. They may be watching you. And then over time, people will start coming out of the woodwork and just going, hey, I want to know what that thing is that you're using. And then it gives you the opportunity to build more on your social media platform. Because like, even when Piggy Britches was sick, I had people reaching out to me that said they've been following me for years, and lo and behold, their names was on my friends list, but I never heard from them. They never commented on anything, but then they would private message me and say, hey, I've been following you for X amount of years, and I just want you to know I'm praying for your little dog, and can you tell me a little bit more about that scanner you're using? I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So they do watch, they do pay attention. So just make it a habit to share something every day. Maybe it's your chakras were all aligned that day, or maybe, you had terrible sleep last night and you did a Cephii playlist for yourself, and then you were able to have great sleep the night. Share that. Just sharing it, and just making a post on it or a reel or whatever is really going to bump your business up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions or concerns or need help with? Well, now that I've figured out how to share with people in Canva, I'm going to be posting some stuff in the group. I'll be posting, you know, the PowerPoints. If y'all want any of the, you know, graphics or whatever, I'll share them with you. You can edit them to your liking, put your own pricing in there, put your shop link on those graphics. All of that will help you with your business, because that's, I mean, that's what people like to see.
Tammy, I used to do oils. Well, I still do oils, but for a while there, we could not say that, you know, lavender made you sleep at night because the FDA would shut us down. Is there any regulations on this?
Not that I know of, because this is not a medical device at all. It's not
Well,
even,
neither were oils, but they were watching us. A lot of oil people got shut down because they would say, you know, lavender helps you relax, and that's, yeah.
I think if
Okay.
you say that, you know, that it helped you, I mean, you might want to be a little careful with your wording.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think saying, hey, this really helped me, you know, allow me to sleep really well last night, you know, and then show a picture of your playlist, you know, then that, because I hope hopefully soon they'll have the oils added to our Cephi.
That would be
Yeah.
fantastic. Another thing is too, there's a ton of science that backs all of it. So use science. Just
Yeah.
use, you know, it's fact.
Yeah, you can always go to that. There's lots of medical websites, you know, research websites that you can quote their articles on it, because then that takes you out of the picture, takes you, you know, takes the liability off of you.
What medical sites are
Um,
favorable to us?
let me see if I think it's NIH. Let's see. I usually know whenever I pull it up here. NIHB or something like that is one of them. And is here, this one, NIH. This is one that's good. It's a government site. Let me put that
What was
in
the
there.
national? I didn't catch all that. What was it?
National
National?
Institutes of Health. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
thank
one that a
you.
lot of people will get different articles from. Then there's another one that I also like. I forget what it's called. I'll put it in the group. I'll put
Okay,
the different ones in the group
thank
uh,
you.
that you can pull research from that will
Okay,
help you. You know, that way you can actually plug in like a certain word or whatever, and it'll bring up all these articles. Or maybe you put in a sequence of words like essential oils for sleep or whatever, and it'll pull up all these different articles that you can
okay.
kind of quote in your post. You know, make it real simple, and then just say, you know, studies have shown that lavender is great for sleep, or, you know,
Yeah.
this homeopathic is great for, you know, acne or whatever. And then it just, you know, kind of takes the liability off of you. All right. Any other questions, concerns, or things that I can help with, or suggestions?
Now, I don't have mine yet, and I haven't even, because I just signed up yesterday.
Oh,
So
you're new.
I'm very new. And I am a practitioner.
Uh-huh.
So I have a clinic, and so I'm anxious to bring this to the clinic. And but so you are doing a monthly subscription for the Inner Voice. Now, in the Inner Voice, or that subscription, are you only doing Inner Voice, or there's other areas as well? Or is that included? Do you charge separately?
You can do either way. Now, in the past, before I switched everything over to, you know, gift and donation basis, there would be a set fee. Like, for example, I would charge $49 a month for the Inner Voice that gave them all the information. Now, if they wanted just the tones, you could do it for like 25 bucks a month or something, because it literally takes 10 seconds to run that scan and send it, email it to them, and then you're done. I just make a point to tell my clients, I need your voice before 11 Central Standard Time. That way I've got time to go do whatever I need to get done for the day. And then if you add, let's say you're going to do a custom playlist that you're going to broadcast them, 10 minutes every day. Sometimes I've been known to charge $89 a month for that. Just figure out what your time is worth, because when you're tying up your scanner, you can't use it for somebody else. However, there is a trick that if you go on your, like say your computer, you can open up several different tabs of the AO scan and run playlist on people. So you can do several at a time if you've got several clients.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of figuring out what your market value is, what kind of clients you're dealing with, that's going to dictate what your fee schedule is.
For me,
Now-
I also consider the time it takes me to go through their reports to build a custom scan, because that time right there is time out of my workday and production. So it's valuable.
Yep.
Now,
And-
and that's just for the monthly subscription. Now, I don't know about you, Sheila, but do you, for customers in the clinic, do you charge a scan fee like you would have with the Zyto or something like that, where you're like, this is part of your appointment, but it's an initial scan is going to be X?
I actually stopped doing that even when I was using Zyto, because I don't like all of it's just complicated for me. So I charge for my time, regardless of what I'm doing. My time is the value, because everything that I'm doing has tremendous value. So my time is I've already got $1 on my time. And it doesn't matter if I'm running a scan or doing something else. And then if we're going to do like the monthly program, then that's additional.
Okay.
But I understand not everybody is like that. Some people will charge for the different things they do during that time.
Yeah.
So if you have a monthly program, is it every day of the week or just 5 days of the week?
I just do 5. I tried doing it on the weekends, but it's too much. So I tell them to listen all weekend to the Friday tones. And broadcasting, same. I don't broadcast on weekends unless it's an emergency.
Great. Thank you.
I do
This
7
is
days.
Amy.
That's just
This
me.
is not Steve.
Yeah, we know. Hi, Dr. Amy.
Sorry. Thank you.
Didn't sound like a Steve.
Nope.
You never know.
So what is the broadcasting that's different than from you sending them sounds, right? So what's the
Well,
broadcasting?
the tones are automatically included in their, inner voice report. So the tones they can listen to over and over and over. But the CEPI broadcasting, you cannot send them that list. You just broadcast it. So if I've got a custom playlist made up for them, see this continuous broadcast button? You just turn the volume down, set it to their profile, pull their playlist up, and set a timer. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatever. Set your scanner aside and just let it run.
Oh, okay.
Does that
And then
help?
if you had multiple people that you were doing, you'd have to do them one right after the other, right?
Yes, or you can, get somebody started. So start me here, then open up another tab and put the scanner in there again. Log in, because once that is set in, Tammy's running, I can go into another one and then go to a CEPI playlist here and on a separate tab, and then get another one running on another person. You can do that
Oh,
on a
okay.
laptop, but you cannot do it from the scanner
Okay.
because you don't have.
This is really important right now. I don't know about you all, but right here, everybody's getting hit really hard with a nasty flu bug.
Yep.
And so I'm like trying to keep everybody in frequencies, but I didn't think to get on my laptop and get them all set up so they can all have them at the same time.
Yeah.
But man, it's working. I mean,
Yeah.
they're turning around really quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our CEPI program.
But you go by
is powerful.
symptoms.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're not all the same. They might express a little bit different. So I do, I just ask them what all the expressions that they're having and build their own flu
Yeah.
playlist.
And then in your
Oh.
homeopathic, you can also search by symptoms. So
Mm.
you can use that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
She's
Yeah.
so tickled.
I am so excited.
So here's the different symptoms, and you can just scroll down and figure out, well, what is it they're dealing with. Maybe it's any of these. You can just, let's say diabetes, we'll pull that. Oh no, that's not a very good one. I'm going to show you one that has a lot of different. So this one, it's got 4 different homeopathics available. You can scan the person to figure out which one their body really needs, and whatever is at the very top is the one that is the one that their body resonates with. So add that to their playlist.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, Sheila. All right, Sheila, you were right.
Of course she was.
I told you were going to fall in love with this thing.
It is phenomenal, the things you can do with this. And I don't think really, and then, let's say you need to run a playlist on your animal, or maybe you want to run a playlist on your water or Mother Earth. There's several of us that will, at 222 or 111 or 333, we'll play playlists for Mother Earth, that's for love and love vibes and things like that. When I travel, I've got all the different states that I travel through. I've got my car in here. You got your bank, you put your bank account in here. You can run, CEPIs on abundance for your bank account. There's all kinds of things you can do with the scanner. The sky's the limit.
Yeah, I think I've only been using it for 5 months, and I mean, there's still so much more to learn.
There really is.
And they're adding things all
Yeah,
the time. They're adding
Yeah.
things.
all the time. All right. Any other questions or any other things you want to add?
Thank you for doing this, Tammy.
Hey, you guys
Yes.
are welcome. You're very welcome.
So grateful.
I'll expand and if we need to do some more social media type things, we can do that. My focus is going to help you build your businesses, because there's other people out there that can help you read the reports and do the schooling on that. But my niche is helping you to build the business in it, because I've been very successful at that.
Now, is there
Yes, you have.
pre-made like flyers, banners, posts, things like that we
Yeah, in your
Okay.
back office there is, but if you're wanting things for social media, you probably need to connect with me, and I can share different files, or get you a Canva account and make up different graphics, whatever, things like that. But I
Okay.
pay for a Canva, and I know Sheila does, but you can make different graphics that you can post on social media. But yeah, connect with me. I've got several made up. You're welcome to use any of them. I'll put them in the group as well, and I'll try to make them very generic. That way, it doesn't have my name on there. It doesn't have really prices in there. Then you can add a post, write a post and say, this is what I'm offering or whatever.
Perfect.
Okay.
One thing that I did notice on your last slide, you had I can't remember what was at the top, the title of it, and then you had your name, presentation by Tammy, Ward-Okieiridologist. Well, that box that's in, I can't expand it because my words were a little bit too long, so it cut them off and put them down below. It won't let me expand that little box, so I don't know.
Maybe I'll go in there and just remove it off that copy so you can add whatever.
Usually you can just click on it and expand it, but it's just not letting me do it for some reason.
How
So
strange.
weird.
Yeah, I'll look at it and see what I can change on it it's new to me, so I'm still learning Canva.
Yeah,
It's
a lot to learn also.
it is. I mean, there's a lot of all these different apps and things. But I'm so grateful for the tools.
Yeah. Tammy,
All right.
thank you so much for
You're
your time and your
welcome.
expertise. We appreciate you.
So welcome. I'm happy.
Yes,
to
thank you so much.
reach out to me anytime you need help. All right, everybody. We'll call this
Thank you.
a
Bye.
day.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.